Good morning, good morning, good morning. Lost in myself and didn't realize I was already on TV. Special good Tuesday morning, each and every one of you joining us this morning. Those of you on the GBN Television Facebook page, the Grenada Broadcasting Network's YouTube channel, GBN channels 7, 11, and 20, and of course the loyal listeners of Classic 105.5, 105.9. Special good morning to each and every one of you. Bigging up the whole of the Sister Isles, Carriacou, Peachy, Martinique. How are you guys this morning? Hope it's been a good, quiet morning as usual on the Sister Isle. Good morning, Levi. Hope everyone is having a good day. I saw some showers of not showers, but sprinklings of blessings as I was getting into the studio this morning. The earth could do with a little wetting. I know there are a few people that will be grateful for whether it's damp or soaking wet, that they're grateful for it this morning. So like I say, it's always blessings when it falls from the sky, yes? Good morning to the folks up the Caribbean, Trinidad and Tobago, St. Lucia, St. Vincent, Antigua, Anguilla, Dominica, Barbados, Jamaica, Haiti, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Bermuda, Anguilla, Martinique, St. Bart's, Guyana, Venezuela, the ABC Islands, Curacao. Who else am I forgetting? I know I'm forgetting people. Good morning, everybody. You're in my hearts. Good morning to all our international friends, US, Canada, Switzerland, Sweden, Germany, Australia, United Kingdom, Austria, China, Japan, North, South Korea, Nigeria, Botswana, Kenya, Chile, Spain. Where else I'm missing? I'm missing people, man. Don't worry, I'll get a list and just go down the whole list. 15 minutes on daily news. The whole of the world go get bigger. One of these great days, yes? So good morning. Whichever part of the world you are, good morning, good afternoon, good night. Hope it will be a good day, is being a good day, has been a good day. So that should cover everybody in every part of the world, no matter the time of day it is, yes? Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Let's see what's this morning's word of the day. This morning, it's always good to get a little education inside. And this morning's word of the day, moil. Moil. M-O-I-L. Moil. It's a verb which means to work hard or drudge. Moil. M-O-I-L. To work hard or drudge. English moil has a number of odd relatives. Middle English mollin, which means to moisten, soften by wetting, comes from Anglo-French. A derivative of mollis means soft, yielding to the touch. Late Latin has mollificare, which means to soften. You see the rolling of the tongue. One of the senses of moil is to work hard. It dates from the 16th century and is most likely a development of the sense to make oneself wet or wallow in mire. The Middle English verb mollin or mullin is the source of the uncommon verb which is mull, to mix clay with sand to make mold. Have we toiled and moiled on the topic enough for today? Moil entered English in the 15th century. The word of the day this morning, moil, M-O-I-L, a verb which means to work hard or drudge. An example of the use of the word, I should have to toil and moil all my days with only little bits of fun now and then. Another example of the word, why should we toil and moil and be at so much trouble to pick himself up out of the mud, when in a little while the strong arm of his uncle will raise and support him? So the word of today, moil, M-O-I-L, a verb which means to work hard or drudge. And this morning's thought of today, you don't have to see the whole staircase, just take the first step. You don't have to see the whole staircase, just take the first step. If sometimes we see the entire road that we have to travel to get to a destination, and destination in this sense could mean literally a destination like somewhere where you have to go or something you want to achieve in your life. So if we look at the entire road that we have to travel, a lot of us wouldn't get on that road, and a lot of us would back and not take that chance. But sometimes you have to just bypass all the treaders and look at the first one. Just take the first step up. It's the start to what would be a beautiful journey. A hard one sometimes, but it will be a beautiful journey when you get to that destination. So don't think about the entire trip that you have to take. Just take the first step. Don't think of the journey. Take the first step. Don't think of the trials you would have to take or you would have to meet. Just take the first step. Don't think about the corners, the bumps, the humps, the hurdles. Just take the first step. The first step alone should be an encouragement for you to continue on that trek. So the thought for today, and I know there's somebody who needs to hear it, you don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. Let's see what's celebrated today on this, the 10th day of March 2020. Today it is Mario Day. Mario Day as in the game, the character. It recognizes, March 10th recognizes an iconic character from a popular video game. The character, known as Mario, first appeared in 1981 in a game called Donkey Kong, made by Nintendo. So today is a day to recognize Mario. Mario, everybody should know Mario. At least most of us should know who Mario is. Whether you've played the game or not, he is everywhere. He's one of the beloved characters, I believe, including his brother, Luigi? So yeah, today's Mario Day. Big up Mario. I used to play Mario Kart, Mario on the Nintendo. I was a whiz. Don't get tired of playing Mario, you know. Yeah, bringing back memories in the dance. Today it is also, this is a nice one. Today it is Pack Your Lunch Day. Pack Your Lunch Day. It encourages everyone across the world to take their lunch to work, school, or wherever they're spending the day. It's an opportunity to revitalize lunchtime with fresh and healthful meal choices. So it's Pack Your Lunch Day. That's a good one. A lot of times we buy food. Okay, yeah, a lot of times we tend to buy food, but today is the day to actually pack up a lunch and take it to work, school, or play. Now that's a good idea. So everybody, pack a lunch today, whether it's a sandwich or a full bowl of rice and chicken or fish or whatever you have. Pack a lunch today in recognition of Pack Your Lunch Day. And today it is also Women and Girls HIV/AIDS Awareness Day. Observed annually on March 10th, the day empowers people everywhere with knowledge and information regarding HIV/AIDS. It also focuses on the often overlooked impact it has on women and girls. According to CDC, HIV diagnoses in women are down 21%. However, in 2017, over 7,000 new cases were reported worldwide. When it comes to HIV, abstinence is the only way to prevent HIV. Yes. So today it is Women and Girls HIV/AIDS Awareness Day. So good morning to the women, girls, and maybe men. Not maybe. I know there are men, but today we're focusing on women and girls who are living with HIV/AIDS or who have family members who are dealing with HIV/AIDS. Special good morning to you as we recognize Women and Girls HIV/AIDS Awareness Day. Just as a note before we get ready for this morning's Fast Facts. Okay, wait, no, hold on. Today is Landline Telephone Day. Landline Telephone Day. Not many people in Grenada still have landline, including myself. But on Landline Telephone Day, people want you to know what you got for number 10 on the math homework. Remember when you were forced to leave your phone at home because it was attached to your house? Or when your crush called but your older brother got to the phone first and revealed your secret? Celebrated on the anniversary of Alexander Graham Bell's amazing invention, Landline Telephone Day on March 10th remembers the heyday of the landline phone in all its glory and makes a strong case for its readoption. Those were some days, boy. Those were definitely some days, landline days. And when the internet came, you can't get phone because you're on the internet, or you can't get internet because mommy wants to use the phone. Ooh, the days. Ooh. Back in the days, old boy. Okay, right. Before we go to Fast Facts, just as a note from the Solid Waste Management Authority, the Perseverance landfill is once again on fire. It became a blaze overnight, last night into this morning. So motorists are being advised to exercise caution when approaching the area due to the dense smoke in the vicinity. So those of you who travel the road coming down from the western side of the island into Perseverance, please take note that the landfill is on fire. There's smoke in the area and it's dense, especially as it's a new fire, as it started this morning, and most of the fire is very heavy this morning. It'll take some time to die down, so it's very dense in the area, so please stay cautious, those of you traveling the road this morning. And it's time now to get into Fast Facts and then straight into the news. Those of you on radio, the morning edition of news, and those of you on television will bring you a repeat of last night's newscast. This is Good Morning Grenada on Classic and the GBN. Fast Facts and the news. Keep it locked. You burn more calories sleeping than watching TV. We'll tell you why in Fast Facts next. It may seem like your body is not doing much while it's sleeping, but it is still burning calories. Normal life functions like breathing expend energy enough to burn calories, although the calorie count during sleep is very low. While you're getting your nightly shut-eye, your body is still pretty active, even if you're not aware of it. When you're asleep, your body actually speeds up cell repair and cell growth, while your brain processes and discards the useless information you've accumulated throughout the day. Not to mention, your body does all these other strange things while you sleep too. The calorie burn, though, depends on your body weight, the amount of time you're asleep, and your body temperature. On average, people burn about 0.42 calories an hour per pound of body weight while they sleep. So if you weigh 155 pounds and you sleep for 8 hours, you'll burn about 520 calories. And a 200-pound person burns 688 calories for 8 hours of sleep. That's about the same amount as what you'd burn during a 1-hour jog. Just don't expect sleeping to replace that hour of exercise. And that's Fast Facts.
Good evening, this is News at 7. I'm Kenroy Batiste. The operators of the cruise line Costa Magica on Monday cancels their call to Grenada. Rena Pear has the details.
The Costa Magica cruise ship was supposed to make its stop in Grenada this morning with a total of 2,307 passengers on board, but cancelled with no outlined reason. 3 passengers on board the cruise ship, 2 of which were Italians, were tested negative for COVID-19 in Barbados over the weekend after reports were made that they were experiencing respiratory illnesses. Chief Medical Officer in the Ministry of Health, Francis Martin, told GBN the cancellation was brought to his attention while inquiring about the nautical health form.
The usual process is that 2 days prior to a ship coming ashore, they would send their nautical health declaration form, and then 2 hours prior, they would send an updated health declaration form. We did not receive the health declaration form, and due to our proactiveness, I engaged the agent and indicated that we needed to get the health declaration form. At that point, I was told that the ship canceled, and that was the extent of the conversation.
Dr. Francis also stated he is not aware of any cancellation of other cruise ship or airlines scheduled to come to Grenada.
No, I am not aware of any other ship or airline that have cancelled. The usual process is when a ship or an airline plans a trip, they will send ahead their different health documents for us to review. So we remain open. To manage this kind of process because that is what we ought to do.
Over the weekend, the U.S. State Department on its official website asked U.S. citizens, particularly travelers with underlying health conditions, not to travel by cruise ship, as the cruise ship environment creates an increased risk of contracting COVID-19. Chairman of the Grenada Tourism Association, Brenda Hood, says this can affect the tourism industry in Grenada. For GBN News, I am Rena Perry reporting.
Now, the Ministry of Education, Human Resource Development, Religious Affairs and Information has issued some mandatory guidelines to treat issues relative to COVID-19. More in this report.
Principals and deputy principals are to undergo training to serve as focal points and deputy focal points in support of national initiative or responses to COVID-19. This, according to a release issued by the Ministry of Education, as it stipulates guidelines to school administrators of steps which must be taken to minimize the chances of an outbreak of the disease. The ministry on Friday instructed that students and members of staff who are exhibiting flu-like symptoms should not be accepted in school, and that principals should designate a room as a temporary isolation room. Principals are requested to inform parents soonest and have their child or children returned home and seek medical advice. So too should staff members exhibiting symptoms. Teachers are required to reiterate and reference proper cough, sneeze, and hand washing techniques, as well as other guidelines on a daily basis in classrooms and in general assemblies. The ministry wants parents and or guardians to provide their child or ward sanitary towelettes, wash rags, and other materials to support hand washing or cleansing exercises. School caretakers are to be brought up to speed regarding cleaning procedures. The Ministry of Education is working in collaboration with the Ministry of Health in this regard and advised that persons with acute respiratory symptoms must be advised to inform their doctor and the Ministry of Health via telephone numbers 440-2649, 417-1078 or 417-2562. Chrislina John, GBN News.
Well, less than 48 hours after the funeral service and burial of hotelier Sir Royston Hopkin, KCMG, in Grenada, the Grenada Hotel and Tourism Association is again in mourning. We get more in this report.
Coleman Redhead, a former manager at the Grenadian Byrex Resort and consultant manager at the Grenada Yacht Club, was found murdered at his home in Ross Point in Grenada 10th. Police have not released details on how he was discovered, but credible sources confirmed that his body was found on the floor of his home after colleagues became concerned as he had not reported to work on Friday and did not call in with an excuse. Richmond McIntyre, Commodore of the Grenada Yacht Club, says workers at the club are trying to cope with this tragedy.
He was every one of the staff. Even today, I went in and they're shocked and in denial actually, because Coleman was loved. He, we all have our imperfections, but even then, it was hard to find any about him. And such a harmless person, And I don't know how we're going to get over it, but it'll have to be the passage of time.
McIntyre says that Redhead was a great contributor to the tourism and hotel industry.
Coleman was forever a hospitality individual. He could have been placed in any kind of a venue, in any kind of thing to do with tourism. He had friends in the Caribbean. Coleman could not have been faulted for his attitude of his hospitality approach and respect that he earned, throughout his lifetime.
The Commodore says he has been working along with members of the RGPF with their investigations.
The police officers, and they're tremendous. They have been to the yacht club. They're asking questions. I know that they have been working feverishly behind the scenes, and in fact, they've been to my home and asked me on the weekend how were things with him and so on.
Redhead's passing follows the death of other prominent figures in the tourism industry. For GBN News, I am Rena Perry reporting.
Welcome back. This is News at 7. Another tear-jerking story this evening, as questions continue to be asked following an apparent disappearance of a man in the Granny Tang Lake. Here's what we know. Police locked the gates to the entrance of Granny Tang Lake on Monday as the search continues for a man now considered missing after the vehicle he was driving ended partially submerged in the lake. Now, according to reports from people who claim they were at the scene at Granny Tang and close friends of the driver of the vehicle, the missing man is identified as Andy Jones, also known as Jonesy, a salesman at McIntyre Brothers. Sources say that Jones attended work and took a new vehicle, which some say he was bringing to a client in Grenville, St. Andrew, using a demo plate. However, Jones allegedly drove the vehicle into the Granny Tang Lake. People at the scene of the incident say they thought Jones encountered trouble and rushed to assist him, but they claim that he swam away from them toward the middle of the lake and submerged, never to be seen again. GBN contacted the Royal Grenada Police Force for information surrounding the incident. However, up to news time, no information from the police was forthcoming. Now, a few people who parked their vehicles and crossed streets St. George are again the victims of vandalism. We have more details in this report.
On February the 12th, a female whose name was not disclosed was caught on camera causing damage to 4 parked vehicles on Go Street in St. George. This morning, the said female was once again caught in the act, this time causing more serious damage to 3 vehicles parked on the same street. GBN also learned that at least 1 vehicle was damaged allegedly by the said female on Sunday in the Montu area. GBN also spoke with media personality Mikey Hutchinson, whose vehicle was also vandalized. He told GBN that it is frustrating as his vehicle suffered damage in the first act and he's once again forced to repair his vehicle on his own. He told GBN he is outraged with the actions or lack thereof taken by the police in addressing the situation, since it is his belief that a woman should not have been free to once again commit a similar offense. He said police admitted that a female is known to suffer with mental illness. GBN reached out to the community relations of the Royal Grenada Police Force for an update on this particular case. However, the police was unable to say if the female was detained or charged following the February 12th incident and if the woman in question was detained following Monday's acts of vandalism. Cherry and Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
This story to report, my colleague here at the Grenada Broadcasting Network, camera woman Bernadette Connell Celestine, says she's honored to be recognized during International Women's Day celebrations. She spoke with reporter Christina John.
Now Grenada has paid recognition to the first Grenadian and regional camera woman Bernadette Connell Celestine. Celestine was featured by the entity on the occasion of International Women's Day on Sunday. In what was a male-dominated field back then, took a different turn when Connell Celestine came on the scene in 1991. She made a name for herself in the media landscape, which spans 32 years. Appearing this time in front of the camera, Celestine tells of what it felt like to be given such recognition.
It's good. It's a good feeling, you know, to be recognized, and now, while I'm still alive and not actually waiting till I die before being recognized. It's a nice feeling. It's a humbling feeling, and it's a nice feeling.
She explains her growth and what has changed for her from then to now.
I must say that over the years, although technology has evolved, there is some basic fundamentals on cameras that is standard. It hasn't changed. So as new equipment come, you read the manual, you research on the internet to learn a thing or two, so that way you can know your equipment and carry on your duties.
Celestine says there's never a dull moment doing what she loves doing most. Christina John, GBN News.
Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell is calling on permanent secretaries within various ministries to pull their weight and ensure workers perform to their full potential. The Prime Minister was at the time addressing a gathering of ministers and permanent secretaries on Friday. He is hopeful that the recent team-building workshop will address the implementation deficit that is affecting the efficiency of the country. Nakisha Felix has more.
In a bid to improve the governance structure and the efficiency of project implementation, the government of Grenada on Friday held a team-building workshop for ministers and permanent secretaries. The objective of the workshop is to strengthen the working relationship between political and public service leaders. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell, in delivering his address at Friday's gathering, reminded ministers and permanent secretaries on the importance of working collectively in order to improve the implementation of major decisions taken by Cabinet.
Therefore, government ministers and permanent secretaries are key actors through which the good governance can be achieved. Therefore, the relationship between ministers and permanent secretaries must be seen as a vital connection that we must cultivate and harness to enable the furtherance of good governance, which is again, as I repeat over and over, linked to nation building.
The Prime Minister noted that this workshop was held at an opportune time as the government is set to embark on several major public sector projects that will enhance the country's development, as well as finding ways to improve current projects that are being faced with challenges. Dr. Mitchell admonished the permanent secretaries that it is their fundamental responsibility to ensure that every subordinate works to their full potential.
We have a fundamental responsibility to take responsibility for those whom we are charged to lead. That they must perform their task as they're supposed to. And if they are not, then decisions must be taken to ensure that it happens. I'm not sure that we consistently do this.
According to the Prime Minister, the team-building workshop will fully address the implementation deficit that is affecting the efficiency of the country. Nakisha Felix for GBN News.
Meanwhile, Prime Minister Mitchell has expressed frustration over the implementation of projects which affect the livelihood of every Grenadian. He said ego is one of many factors contributing to this implementation deficit.
Colleagues, it irks me and frustrates me when I see so many important opportunities as projects that affects the livelihood of our people are held up for no other reason sometimes is our own egos, not necessarily the lack of resources. So many times things seem not to move, get stuck, and it's always this person say this and that one say this, and it's not moving. It is only one reason. We allow our egos and our titles to get in the way of the people's work.
This story to report the economic effects of the coronavirus have outweighed the spread of the virus itself. Financial markets are swinging wildly. Joseph McKee-Smith has more as we take another look at COVID-19 as the world watches.
Companies are closing offices or asking employees to work from home in affected areas. The virus has also been throttling air travel across the globe. Those and other economic challenges being brought on by COVID-19 will be under the spotlight on GBN's Beyond the Headlines tonight. Panelists will look at how things are changing in the economy and the workplace today as the outbreak widens. Tonight's guests will include economist Mr. Michael Julian and Dr. Patrick Entwine. And from the Grenada Taxi Association, Clement Charles. We will also get a global perspective from correspondents from Nigeria, India, and London, who will join us via Skype. COVID-19, the world watches on GBN's Beyond the Headlines tonight with host Odette Campbell.
Thank you very much, Josanne. Stay tuned now for this evening's GBN Eye Saw. Compliments, Clear Vision Eye Center.
Tonight's ISAW features the students of the Tia Marisha Community College after 2 days of intense debating competition in Dominica. Tiara Joseph captured the Best Speaker title for Saturday's competition and overall Best Speaker title for the entire competition. Congratulations to Team St. Vincent on winning this year's Windward Islands debating competition. You can send in your photo and video submissions via our social media platforms.
This is News at 7. We're live. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell is promising that Grenada will see a female Prime Minister in the future. The statement was made during the launch of Grenada's Spotlight initiative last week. Cherry and Blackman Stephen has this report.
Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell has his mind set on seeing a female Prime Minister elected soon in Grenada. This was one of his statements made during the launch of the Spotlight initiative, which forms part of the commemoration of International Women's Day 2020. Denouncing acts of domestic violence, Prime Minister Mitchell explained that the social and economic impact of domestic violence is yet to be studied to determine the full impact on society. Prime Minister Mitchell commended women on International Women's Day, recognized on Sunday, and highlighted the importance of gender equality. He said the launch of the Spotlight initiative presents an opportunity to do so much more.
Here in Grenada, we recognize the importance of gender equality in creating a state where there's harmony and progress for everyone. The evidence of this is at the top of our society. The composition of our parliament and our cabinet is indicative of such awareness as a government and people.
Prime Minister Mitchell said the value of gender equality will be demonstrated at all levels.
I believe to talk one thing and not demonstrate it at the highest possible level. In my view, it won't take us too long. In the future, we already have a Governor General who's a woman, the highest official in the land. And it won't take long, and hopefully it has to be in my time, there will be a woman Prime Minister in this country.
Almost half of Grenada's ministers of government are females in parliament. 7 of Grenada's 15 parliamentary representatives are women. Cherry and Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
Coming to Grenada.
One of the most spectacular concert events in Christian music. It all happens 7 p.m. Saturday, March 21st at the National Cricket Stadium.
Featuring 5-time Grammy-nominated and 7-time Dove Award winner Karen Peck and New River.
From the American television show The Voice, Emily Ann Roberts.
From Canada, the amazing music from the Titans.
From the island of Jamaica, the talented and gifted Foster Triplets. Plus, the best of Grenadian gospel artists.
Again, this all happens 7 p.m. on Saturday, March 21st at the National Cricket Stadium with some of gospel music's finest. Karen Peck and New River.
Emily Ann Roberts.
The Titans.
The Foster Triplets.
And more.
Tickets sold at all ticket outlets. Proceeds go towards enhancing youth work in Grenada.
It's detox time again at Nirvana Natural Health Clinic Detox Center. The festive season is over, so let's start 2020 looking and feeling like a boss with our many body cleansing options. Purchase detox products as low as $50. Purchase detox combo packs as low as $100. Receive 10% off on all in-house colonic irrigation treatment. Take control of your health now. Don't delay. Call us on 230 431-6642, 418-7115, or 449-7753. We are located in Belmont St. George's, close to the Fall Edge area. These offers are valid from January to March or while stocks last. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center. Detox your way to health.
Why not stay in? Turn off the alarm clock and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz. For the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands, the best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses, we're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, Daisy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
I'm reaching my dreams with GOT. They're the ones for me. I'm reaching my dreams with GOT. They're the ones for me. Since 1983, they've been serving the country, and we like all their financing, giving the people what they want, what they need, what they love. Come and join the family that's here for you all the way. From birth to graduation, your first job to your home, and your card through your golden years.
The GT Credit Union has been actively supporting nation building through its many sponsorships and the programs including Financial Literacy Quiz, Pass the Torch Calypso Program, Junior Cooperatives in Secondary Schools, CPEA, and the TAPCC Grants. The credit union has helped many people make their dreams come true. Let them help you with yours. You don't have to be a teacher to be a member. So what are you waiting for?
GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
Total is one of the world's largest oil companies with a top quality line of lubricants. Total Lubricants has a full product line from passenger cars, motorcycle, heavy industrial equipment, mining, trucking, agriculture, and manufacturing machines and vehicles. Total Lubricants, winning championships in motorsports, including Formula One and World Rally Championships. Total Lubricants are available at all Rubis service stations, leading automotive shops, and distributed by Huggins.
Stomp out careless or intentional bushfires, dead out. Youths, hunters, smokers, let's prevent bushfires. Here's why.
Yeah, bushfires. The shoreline's wet, crops should be bushfires. Can't lead to food, scarcity, threatened biodiversity, cause water shortage, water calamity. Bushfires, watersheds deplete, water quality, threaten property, life and security. Bushfires set intentionally, water insanity.
Bushfires can cost millions in losses annually and are often caused by careless or intentional actions indictable under the law. Forests are life-giving. Save them. A message from the Fire Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force and the Caribbean Open Trade Support.
Hi, I'm Francis Urias Peters. To really know who I am, you must look at the plays that I've written over the past 30 years because they reflect hard work, discipline, and my inner beliefs. Now, these values were shaped by my earlier bringings because I was always curious about my roots and my identity as a Caribbean man. Now, I'm a good listener, and K105 has always been a great source of education and entertainment. Now, while the station name may have changed over the years, it has always provided valuable information which enabled me as a playwright to document and to celebrate our history, our behavior, and our achievements. K105 is my choice. It's the national station.
That's not how you cross the pedestrian crossing.
Really? One day I just woke up and I saw pedestrian crosswalks on the road. No one really showed me how to use them properly.
Well, this is how it's done. You never cross before doing these things. They might save your life. First, when you get to the crosswalk, you stop. You look left, you look right. If there's a vehicle coming, you put your hand out, making eye contact with the driver, indicating that you want to cross. And only when the vehicle comes to a complete stop, you quickly cross to the other side.
Stop, look, hand out, eye contact. Wait for pedestrian to cross to the other side, then you happily continue on your journey. This message is brought to you by this group of insurance companies, the Traffic Advisory Body, and the Traffic Department.
Whenever we're faced with difficulties, we find comfort in those we know and trust. This is especially true when a loved one has died.
Welcome to Otway Bailey Funeral Home.
For over 100 years, Otway Bailey Funeral Home has helped families celebrate the lives of their loved ones with compassion and dignity. Our affordability, attention to detail, warm and caring staff has contributed us being the funeral home of choice for official and state funerals. We treat you as we would treat our own family. All of our services are designed to help you get through one of the most personal and challenging stages of life, whether it's planning a funeral, joining our burial society, or pre-arrangements. You can be assured of the Otway Bailey commitment to consistently provide the most caring and professional service possible with the best options and price. So call us 440-2558 or visit our website, otwaybaileyfuneralhome.org.
At Otway Bailey, we offer the perfect tribute any family can afford.
Grenada, Carriacou, and PC Martinique, the world at large, Golden Mass is bringing to you the ultimate premium Spice Mass experience. Today with me is our financial partner, Fast Cash Grenada representative, Miss Nicole. Nice to have you.
Thank you.
And we have a mega announcement. At our band launch, March 7th, at Spice Baskets, 6 lucky masqueraders will get the opportunity to have their deposits paid by Fast Cash. Yes, I said it. Your deposits will be paid by Fast Cash. I leave it up to Nicole to let you know how that would happen.
All right, thank you again for your warm introduction. And this year, we are proud to announce our partner with Golden Mass, in which we will be offering our lowest rates ever to masqueraders for the carnival festivities. Nice. And to add to that, on the night of the Golden Mass costume launch, we will be doing multiple enter-to-win payments. So we encourage you to come out and to take part in our enter-to-win draw, and you may be just one of the lucky winners to play Mass on the road with Golden Mass compliments Fast Cash.
Did you hear that, guys? Remember, our band launch will feature DJ Kevin Crumb all the way from New York, Dash, Natty and Thunder, and much more entertainment. We will exceed your expectations. Follow us on Instagram at Golden Mass Band, like us on Facebook, Golden Mass Band, or simply log on to our website, www.goldenmassband.com for more info. March 7th, our band launch and party. See you there.
Why not stay in? Turn off the alarm clock and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz. For the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands, the best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses, we're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
It's detox time again at Nirvana Natural Health Clinic Detox Center. The festive season
Welcome back to Good Morning Grenada. It is 18 and a half minutes after 7. Those of you getting to work for 8, hopefully you're already on your way. Or maybe, there are some early birds that are probably sitting at their desk already waiting to start at 8. Good morning to the early birds this morning. Hope everybody's having a good day. Well, I had a last-minute cancellation of my guest this morning. So on that note, I'm going to open the phone lines, give you a chance to call in and send some well wishes this morning. Send some positive vibrations to all your loved ones. 435-2041 is the number to call, and do so. You can also send in your greetings on the WhatsApp. It is also 435-2041, but please do not voice or video call the WhatsApp. We can't take those calls. Type in your well wishes and your greetings, and I will relay them to our viewers and listeners for you. You can also post your greetings on the GBN Television Facebook page, as well as the Grenada Broadcasting Network's YouTube channel. Yesterday after the show, I had a few people call me and tell me they didn't get a chance to hail up the positive women in their lives. So I could also facilitate those of you who wish to big up the strong women in your lives on this glorious Tuesday. Let's go to the phone lines. Good morning.
Good morning, Blossom. How are you?
I am fantastic. How are you?
I'm blessed.
Amen.
I would like to send advance birthday greetings to my mother, Catherine St. John of Grand Mall. She'll be celebrating 90 years on Friday. Advance birthday greetings to her from her daughter, Deslin, her daughter, Monica, and grandchildren, Allison, Ruthlin, and many, many more.
90 years?
Yes.
Well, tell her I said happy birthday.
Thank you, Blossom. You said have a best day.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
All
Bye.
Right. I really hope I get to live to see that nice ripe old age down by down sit. Not old age. That nice ripe young age. 80, 90 going down there, so there's some nice things there, Get a nice full time to do all what I want to do and see what we call the young people these days. I don't know what young people could be when I'm 90, boy. Jeez. All right. Let me not mentally picture that. Good morning.
Good morning, Blossom, and how are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. I would like to send out greetings to Police Officer 725 Greenwich, who will be celebrating his birthday on Saturday. Wishing him all the best, long life, strength, everything good for the future.
Nice.
Coming from his family.
From entire family.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Nice. Have a good day.
Yes.
All right. 435-2041. Call and send some positive vibes this morning. I always want to ensure that people get a light start to the morning. We have so many things to stress us out during the day. So if we can start the morning on a light note, a fresh note, a happy note, a positive note, then that'll be a good start to the day at least. So then when we really start to get hectic from 8 o'clock when we start the JOB, then at least we had a little relaxing time in the morning time. 435-2041. Let me check the Facebook and the WhatsApp and see who sending greeting. Who are sending greeting? Who is? Lord? Hold on a minute. Who is sending greetings this morning? I just want to say good morning to Teacher Mary. So Teacher Mary, somebody is saying, or Teacher Mary, that's Mary. Teacher Mary. Somebody is saying a special good morning to you. There's another greeting here. Good morning to all our nurses, doctors, police officers, teachers. The role they play is vital. Blessed day, everyone. Facts. the role these people play. Nurses, doctors, police officers, teachers. Special good morning to each and every one of you this morning. Hope you have a fantastic Tuesday. There's another greeting. Let me go to the phone lines before I go back to the social media. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. Seem to have lost that caller. We may have to cut the Facebook. No, hold on. Don't cut it yet. Don't cut it yet, Timmy. Hold on. Stay strong still. 435-2041. There is a greeting on the WhatsApp from a 406 number. If you have a 406 number and you sent me a WhatsApp, I'm finding it difficult to translate your message. So just rewrite it and send it over. I could usually pinpoint what the person is trying to say, but I can't really see what that one is saying. So just type it over properly and resend the WhatsApp 406 number. So check it over and send me back the next one. All right, another greeting on the social media. I would like to big up the women in my life, my queen, my everything, no other but Les Felix from Sobeys in St. Andrew, coming from her daughter Jada. So Les Felix, your daughter is bigging you up this morning. She calls you and I like it. Big up the woman in my life, my queen, my everything. Niceness, that reminds me of mine. Big up your whole self. That's right, we're sending greetings, positive vibrations on this fantastic Tuesday. 435-2041 is the number to call and do so. Good morning. I would like to wish the loving woman in my life, my wife Naisha Moore Regis, and my caring mother-in-law, Miss Elsa Moore, a great day. Greetings from Peter Regis. Aww, that's so nice. Mommy-in-law. When you're big enough a mother-in-law, you know mommy-in-law is a boss. Reminds me of mine too. Big up to my whole mother-in-law. Good morning, Tanti Gloria. Hope you have a good day today. Shall we tell Tanti Gloria I said good morning? Most likely she's probably still sleeping. Tell her I say good morning. Good morning, Ashley. I see the little picture in Daddy's message. Morning, Ashley. Have a good day in school today. No problem, dear Jada. Let me go back. Let me make sure the phone's not ringing. 435-2041 is the number to call before we take a break. Greetings from the household. Can you shout out Amaya Macmillan Greaves on her 10th birthday? Yes, good morning, Mai. Today is the 10th birthday, officially into double figures, Mai. Big up your whole little pretty self. Mai is celebrating 10 years. Amaya Greaves, she's celebrating 10 years today, coming from Mommy Deslin and Daddy Ron, Sister Devi, and Auntie Blossom, Auntie Pepsi too, sure. So big up your whole self, Mai. Have a fantastic 10th birthday today. That's for request tomorrow, please the Lord. The Samuel. Don't worry, I'll write it down somewhere. Birthday greetings to Ralston Lewis from Mount Rule in St. Patrick, coming from his secret admirer. Well, look how the thing turn up. Secret admirer Ralston Lewis from Mount Rule in St. Patrick. Secret admirer, say big up your whole self. Birthday greetings to you. Go, girlfriend. Greetings to my daughter from Daddy. She is 1. So is it her birthday officially or she's just 1? Well, big up your whole little pretty thing. Good morning and happy birthday. I'm hoping and assuming from Daddy. All right, let's take a quick break and come back inside. Send in positive vibrations. When we come back, we'll get back to the phone lines 435-2041. Get the fingers dialing. Gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Rubigas, clean, safe, and reliable LPG is the perfect solution for your commercial and everyday needs. For cooking at home or barbecuing, choose Rubigas LPG cylinders. Available in a variety of sizes from 20 to 100 pound cylinders. Rubigas LPG, clean, safe, reliable. Are you cooking with Rubigas?
Get Rubis, get going.
It's Detox time again at Nirvana Natural Health Clinic Detox Center. The festive season is over, so let's start 2020 looking and feeling like a boss with our many body cleansing options. Purchase detox products as low as $50. Purchase detox combo packs as low as $100. Receive 10% off on all in-house colonic irrigation treatment. Take control of your health now. Don't delay. Call us on 231-6642, 418-7115, or 449-7753. We are located in Belmont, St. George's, close to the Fall Edge area. These offers are valid from January to March or while stocks last. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic Detox Center. Detox your way to health.
Grenada, 1795. One man with a sense of destiny.
Tonight we stand our ground. Tonight we stand on the side of history.
14,000 slaves with a dream and a promise. Julian Fennell, a Heritage Theatre production, written and directed by Chris DeRiggs. 28th and 29th March, 4th and 5th April at the Trade Center.
The Republic is about bread and justice. There'll be little bread and even less justice.
Julian Fennell, an action-packed historical drama.
No, Julian! If you harm a hair on her head, I will cut you like a dog and pin you to the Thompson Duquesne Bay. Bring it on!
4 big nights of theater. The play the nation has been waiting to see, with Sam Ogilvy, Lisa Grappy James, Robert White, Dale Devine, and other top-of-the-line acting talents. Opening Saturday, 28th March. Get your tickets now.
Part of our social media revamp, the GBN is
Welcome back to Good Morning Grenada. It's 7:30 on the DOT, 7:30 on the dot. 8 o'clock workers, you should be on the road almost to work. Y'all know the traffic could be coconius. Y'all know my word. Somebody just reminded me of something on the WhatsApp. I won't go into details, but it was an incident stemming yesterday, that happened yesterday. And the message is basically saying, if you're having trouble coping with life, talk to somebody. I guess a few people would probably know what I'm speaking about this morning. If you're having trouble coping with life, speak to somebody. 435-2041. If there's anybody out there who can offer some advice on how to deal with stress. We all deal with different stresses on different days. They are not always drastic. Sometimes they could be minute stress, if there's anything like that. But anyway, any advice you can give on how to deal with issues, things that may happen every day that we may not know how to deal with it. 435-2041 is the number to call and offer that advice, or maybe offer a hand, offer a shoulder, offer an ear for anybody who may want to talk about their issues. You can also send in your advice on the WhatsApp. It's 435-2041. You can send it also on the GBN Television Facebook page or the Grenada Broadcasting Network's YouTube channel. Any advice you have that can, let me see if I can find one on the internet, the World Wide Web. Dealing with stress. Let's go to the phone lines in the meantime. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
I think that it's a very simple remedy that people can incorporate into their lives for nearly everything, and that is deep breathing. You don't have to pay $1 for it. You don't have to go to a doctor. Nobody has to tell you anything, when or how or why. You just deep breathe as much as possible. We have to hold on to our breath Our breath is our life. And when we breathe, we think clearly, we function better, we are energized. And so I would like to advise Grenadians and anybody to hold on to their breath, breathe deeply, and give thanks to the Almighty Creator for the breath of life. And that will solve a lot of our problems. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I agree to an extent. It may sound as easy as telling somebody to breathe deeply, but sometimes it doesn't always work. It doesn't work for every circumstance. But it does help calm you down. Whether you're angry or sad or even dealing with stress sometimes, breathing deeply, taking a deep breath, really does calm you down. That I would agree with. But I'd say it doesn't work in all situations. It's not as simple as if you have stress and you're thinking about drastic measures, taking a deep breath would get those thoughts out of your head. It doesn't always work that way, but I like the deep breathing part. Good morning.
Morning, greetings, Blossom.
Good morning, greetings.
Yeah, and greetings to the nation. Mr. Say, you know, we have a mind and we have to take control of our mind because all around us is something that could frustrate us, get us vexed, get us sometimes glad, sad. But when we take control of the mind, we won't let the things around us. Sometimes we have family problem, you know, woman and man, wife and husband, children and this. But we can't let this thing destroy us because that's what they are there for. They are spirits, you know, and we have to learn how to avoid them, or we have to learn how to control ourselves to deal with them because they will be there. They was there from since we was born. And today in this life, it gets so crucial that man have to know the self. Because you see, we have to comfort ourselves. When we had mother and father, we could call mommy, daddy. But when we don't have that again, who we call it on? And then we can't see the God that we really believe in. So inside we heart, we have to console ourselves. And by that saying so, is that it's like going in the town and watch the showcase and you see all nice things inside and you don't have money in your pocket. And you're thinking about how to get it. If you don't control your mind and tell yourself, well, watch, you see me, I don't have money now. When I have money next month or next year, then I go handle that. And just get that out your mind until the moment comes and you can handle it. But people sometimes they say, we want to bite more than we could chew. We want to stretch we hard where we heart can reach. And as I'm saying again, among us in the family, we cannot reason and come to a conclusion where we could make happiness for ourselves and children. We have to practice that. Give thanks, my sister. Much love.
Give thanks, brother. Much love. I love give thanks. Much love. Easier said than done. Easier said than done. Sometimes the amount of stress or the lash of stress you have, it's not as easy as deep breathing or just getting it out of your mind. Sometimes there are things that overtake us. Unfortunately, it's just the way that it is. I guess we're all humans and we all deal with different things on different days, and it's not as easy as just clearing it from our minds. I just Googled. Let me take the phone call first, a matter of fact. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
You are so correct. Easier said than done.
Mm-hmm.
So we call and we say all sorts of things, but remember, we are all different. Everybody's different. God made all of us in different ways. Whereas you might be able to handle it by breathing, another person may not be able to. You are so correct. Easier said than done. And then the next thing is when you talk, people take it, and you know what they do? They run with it. So says Killer. So that is why some people are the way they are. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you. That's a good point. Sometimes we encourage our friends, family, loved ones. Talk to me when you have stress. Come and tell me what bothering you. Let's talk it out. And then when I come and talk it out, you're running by the next friend. You don't know what I hear? Girl! And it's drama in the dance because it's starting to spread. And then you tell one, but don't tell nobody, you know. And then that same person go and tell somebody else about, don't tell nobody, you know. And so the thing does go. And nobody's business is safe because nobody knows how to be confidential anymore. No, let me just say nobody. Very few people. No, you just have to know who you're talking to, you know. Good morning.
Good morning, Blossom. Good morning.
Morning.
You gotta know who you're talking to.
Yeah, I don't know who you're talking to.
Serious.
That's true too. Mm-hmm.
But Blossom, if we don't know, or if one doesn't know the cause of stress, or what stress is, and the causative agents or the conditions that give rise to stress, you would not be able to deal with it. So you need to know the basis or the contributing factor for stress. Let's face facts. Let's talk about our scenario in Grenada. It is stressful. Why? The environment itself is not conducive for holistic growth and development. So hold it, stop. Now we hear little things like peer pressure. We hear these little things, but we never allow it to sink in. And if I should go a little more methodological, you can say, how do we, as individuals in our daily living, understand our ability? How do we apply that ability in any particular environment, so that we would know when to stretch our hand, or when to tiptoe, or when to stop, or when to go, or when to just be yourself? This is something that you got to know. So then you'll be able, with careful calculation, deal with the environment in which you live. Sometimes there are circumstances that you have no control over. But there are times, if you are focused, both singularly and collectively, and more so on a community basis, you create a momentum that drives a process. And daily living is basically a process. And if you want holistic growth and development, you must contribute individually and collectively towards that enabling environment that allows you to grow fairly balanced, and then there will be little and no stress. Have a great one. Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller. There's another thing that's easier said than done. Sometimes you're so overcome with stress. And I'm speaking, maybe not a personal experience, but I've had conversations with people. Sometimes you're so overcome with stress, you can't really think logically to say, let me collect my thoughts individually and collectively. Because your mind is preoccupied with whatever is stressing you. A little stress, a little issue some of us may face on a daily basis, it is easy for us to say, you know what, I'm going to calm myself and think about it. But then there are some people, one, they don't know how to deal with stress, and two, their thoughts are so consumed with what is stressing them, they don't have space to think anything else than this is stressing me. I don't know how we could deal with stress, depression, because like it or not, there are a lot of people dealing with something. Everybody is dealing with something in their lives. Some of it may be obvious to us. There are people who are great at masking what's bothering them, or there are people who are great at masking that something is bothering them. You see them giggling and grinning, and then tomorrow, please Lord, you hear something happen. I'd be like, oh, no, that person was nice yesterday. I don't know how to deal with it. Telling people to seek counseling and talk to somebody, and not everybody is willing to talk. Like I said a while ago, you have to know who you're talking to. You have to know who's trustworthy. There are people who would be able to give you good advice, and there are people who would give you advice that will make you feel like you need to go to extreme measures. Kill them dead, they're helping you out, but goodness gracious. Good morning.
Blossom, I'm sorry, I just have to see that.
Okay.
No, we have the eyes and we have the ears, the two agents that feed the mind. The eyes and the ears. The mouth is only like, it's just like a pass out. It's like the anus, just passing out and taking and pass out. Eventually, we are human beings, and we have a higher sense of understanding. If we watch the animals and them, they does have the problems too. But because we have something that, as we say, the closest thing is the image of the Most High, the creators, the image. And if we know that they are there, and we have faith that they are there, we should not let the material things around us, because most of the time it's just the material things that have us so congested and frustrated in this life. So we have to take control of the mind, and we do that. We like to hear, we like to see. But sometimes the things that we see is not really good for us. The things that we hear is not good for us, but we have to know what to take and what to leave. My sister, give thanks. Much love.
Give thanks. Much love. I like it. I tell you, I like give thanks. Again, you see, thinking logically, some of us could say that, but when husband stressing me out, one, I don't want to hear from nobody, and I don't want to think nothing else except he's stressing me out. I'm not saying he's stressing me. I'm just giving an example. Sometimes it's not that easy. It's not that easy, brother. My brother, is not that easy. Let me see what's being said on the WhatsApp. Life is hard, and sometimes you don't have the strength to talk to people, so you just hold it in. A lot of people do that. Don't worry, I'll deal with it. Sometimes talking helps, but again, you have to know who to talk to, and you have to have the courage to talk. Not everybody wants to say, I'm stressed out. Not a lot of people want, especially men. Not many people want to admit that they're under stress or that they're dealing with something mentally and they don't know how to deal with it. We have to learn to talk to our fellow brothers and sisters. Another person says, saying no when overbooked or overwhelmed with tasks can help reduce stress, and we can help others have less stress by respecting their decision when we request their services or skills. Yeah, stop stressing people. Somebody will tell you, no, I can't do it, or yes, I could, and his worries in the dance, you stop talking to them, or she ain't good, she said she was my friend, and she never do this, and she never do... Respect people's decision. You don't know why they said no. It's probably a good thing they said no. So just respect people's decision. You may not like it, but you can respect it. Let's take this phone call. Good morning.
Hi, Blossama.
Morning.
You know, a lot of people leave their homes happy, and when they enter into the workplace, it could be a living hell, you know. They have people on the job that makes you feel they threaten you, and they are being threatened because they figure you might be able to do the work better than them, and they could make your day a living hell. Thank you, baby.
Thank you very much. Work stress is a kind of stress too, you know. And it may not necessarily be the tasks that you have to complete, but it could be your co-workers. I'm grateful that here at the GBN I have co-workers generally who I get along with, and we could giggle and grin every day. I'm not aware of anybody who may be fighting me down. If there is, I ignore it because I have a greater group of people who make me laugh than there probably is a group of people who don't want me to succeed. So I ignore it. But workplaces could be a source of stress too. You have co-workers watching your cross-eye. You try to do one thing and they sabotage your job. Or they go by the boss and say, you don't know what so-and-so doing, what Bob doing and Suzanne doing. And have some good fight on in the workplace, you know. Find the people who you get along with and stick by them. Forget the people who are trying to fight on. Enemies of progress. Forget the people who are enemies of progress. There must be at least one co-worker who you could get along with. Big up my GBN co-workers. Good morning.
Yes, good morning to you.
Morning.
Great workers. Have a great day.
Thank you, you too.
I'll tell you something. You could go around it as much as you want. It spells leadership. I will not finish talking about this word. Leadership. I took this task from the time I started to work to lead, to make, to change, to direct, to guide people. That's what a leader is about. And if we are going around it, we will not solve the problem. We have to say to our leaders, and let me say, I'm not talking political leaders alone. I'm talking about people who place themselves at the top to guide. They have to understand what is leadership, what is the role of leadership. Except we get this right, we're going to have the problem that we're having, because we are lacking leadership to guide the citizenry. And so you don't know who to turn to. As everybody have a mind of their own. It's not everybody who could control their mind the way it ought to be controlled. And that's where leadership is factored in. You take responsibility, you guide, you lead, you direct, you make people. And so if we concentrate on that and accept that that is the role of a leader, we will not have the problem, because people are looking for, especially the young, they're looking for somebody to guide them. The world is complicated. It's a life jungle that we are in. And the best have to come out to guide the weaker ones. So tell our leaders, those who place themselves in leadership position, look, you are to change people, to transform them, to make them better. Look after their well-being. Give them what they need to survive. We're fighting each other. And that's the problem here. The world just donated, say, some billions of dollars to fight the corona. But we couldn't produce this money before to help humanity. Leadership, take your role. Build people, make people, guide people, set them on the way. Have a good day, ma'am.
Thank you, caller. I would agree with you to not an extent. I agree that leaders make a difference. There's a saying that says bad bosses make good workers leave their jobs. And I know you're not speaking about leaders in that sense, but it's just an example of the impact that leaders and our bosses and supervisors can have on our lives. So yes, I would agree with that. And I would go to the extent of saying we also have to know who our mentors are, our role models. Leaders and role models are what some of us need, especially the young people. And I'm not talking the celebrities, the Beyoncés and the Janet Jacksons and the Rihannas. I'm talking about role models who we can emulate on a daily basis. Like I've said this before, my mother is my role model. Yes, I like my superstars, but when it comes to paying attention to the kind of person that I want to be, and somebody who I feel like I can go to with any and everything that may be bothering me, that's what I look for in a role model. And when we emulate the cartel and the Movados and that kind of bad boys, to all the fans, I apologize, but it's the facts. When we emulate these kind of bad boys, we kind of don't know how to deal with it, because you very, very rarely hear from these kind of role models on how to deal with stress. Let's put it frank. I would quicker hear how to deal with stress from people who I can actually speak to. Whether it's a supervisor, a co-worker, mommy, maybe my brothers and sisters, daddy. But I can't talk to Beyonce for she to tell me how to deal with that stress. I'm just saying. Let's take this phone call. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. This is the first time I'm calling your program.
Thank you very much.
And it's because I am a registered nurse and I've worked a lot in psych. I think, first of all, one of the things we need to do, Grenada is a small country. You can walk around the street for 10 minutes and identify maybe 5 or 10 people who automatically will tell you this person has a problem by their behavior. And I think we need to intervene, early intervention. If you look around and you see a young person who is pregnant, that child, I'm calling her a child, so she may be 15 years old, she's undergoing tremendous stress. That young person needs help. Counseling. Is she getting prenatal care? Does she have adequate nutrition? Does she have a relationship with her baby's father? Who are her parents? Parents need to intervene and to know what's going on with their kids at an early age. And, for example, if a neighbor sees somebody you know, their behavior looks a little bit different. She is always a neat person, now she's not combing her hair. That tells you something. That is the time to intervene. What is going on? Maybe she needs to get professional counseling. She may not recognize that in her, but you as an outsider would be able to identify that this person is having a problem. Let me talk to her. Let me get a doctor to maybe intervene. Take some action. This lady who smashed up the cars, maybe she was doing aberrant behavior for a long time. And thank God she didn't smash somebody's head. I'm sorry about your car, but it could have been your head. So I think we need to be more observant, and instead of talking and gossiping and minding each other's business, see how we can help each other and to keep a healthy mental health, physical health, spiritual health. I'm big on spiritual because we do have inner strength. And people must help their children how to cope since they're small, how to turn to God. Whatever the God you serve, turn to that Holy Spirit to help you and to recognize when you need help. And God is good, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much, caller. Well said. But I would say this. Not everybody would be receptive to your intervention. That same 15-year-old who is probably dealing with something, I may try to offer assistance or help or advice, and it would not be so welcoming. The kind of responses you get sometimes would be like, okay, maybe I should just mind my business and go about my business. She'd be like, hey, what are you? Hey lady, leave me alone. Come on, we know them young people these days. Not everybody would be receptive. There are some that would say, Miss, thanks for coming because I really needed somebody to talk to. But there are others, and you don't know the reception you'd get. So I think that's why, let me speak personally, that's why I'm hesitant a lot of times to approach people or offer assistance in some situations, because you never know the response you would get. The response you would get would make you not want to help nobody ever in life again. It's just facts. Let me read some comments on the Facebook before we shut down the program. Yes, caller, so true. The worst stress I had was work stress, especially with the boss and newsmongers. Ooh, those gossipers working for promotion. Yes, work stress is hard to deal with. The worst bosses I experienced was, I won't say that part. Instead of building, they break you down so bad. Yeah, your leaders have a lot to do with it. Let me just send these two greetings before it slips me once again, as we started with the strong women. Good morning. Let me send greetings to my brother, the pizza man in Hope St. Andrew, and a friend, Glenn Cato in Upper St. John St. Andrew from Alwick in the UK. Good morning to the United Kingdom. Greetings to two special women, wife and mother Lena and Patricia Belgrave. Greetings coming from Paul. Thank you very much, Paul. Yes, let's go back to the phone lines before we wrap up the program. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Okay. I don't really want to respond to the last caller, but I would have to. Now, in the world, a lot of people need help, but some people cannot give help. In other words, some parents do not know right from wrong. They consider to some extent wrong right. And if you do not know, how could you help? So helping is good, but you have to know how to help, the strategies to use to help. Because as you well said, moderator, people would sort of refuse you. It depends upon how you try to help. They wouldn't accept what you say. You would find a curse in you. In fact, this lady that did this act of vandalism and so on, even the man that went into the lake, is serious business. Something seemed to be wrong with these two people. Not only them, other people too. Now in Grenada, something seemed to be wrong with a lot of us. For example, people who seem to be qualified in certain field, telling me, I don't know if the others be conscious of that to eat good now, to somewhat, and to build my immune system. If my immune system wasn't reasonably built before this virus, then I don't see eating good greens and vegetables and all them kind of thing in a few seconds, and my immune system would be built up in a day or two. You have to build your system, and if you have money, that will help you to build your system. If you don't have the resources to build your immune system, how are you going to build it? So we need to educate people maybe the right way. Tell Sullivan, even now, maybe if we shut down certain things, that would help people to go into agriculture, and consequently, we wouldn't have to import all the sort of food we import in now. We would be, as underline the word, independent, because independent means perhaps self-sufficient. Are we self-sufficient? So maybe that's a good wake-up call to tell people to plant more or get them to plant more, instead of we studying about how much the tourist industry go bring in, and then in fact it may bring in $1 billion cost for us on the adverse side. In other words, the ship coming may bring 1 or 2 or 10 persons with certain virus, and before we catch ourselves, we'll be well contaminated, and then our economy would go down the drain. That is what I have to say. We have to think carefully.
Okay. Thank you so much, caller. Before we wrap up, just wanted to read this comment on WhatsApp. Where did it go? I just had a little comment. There we go. No one single solution can help everyone. The deep breathing combined with getting busy, doing other things to occupy the mind, talking to someone, to God, reading the Bible, etc. Dealing with stress involves a whole combination of activities for the person who wants to handle it. Blessed day. That's true. It takes a lot for somebody who actually recognizes they have an issue and that they want to tackle it or they want to deal with it. Not many people know that they want to deal with it or realize that they should. A lot of people think they can handle stress on their own. And that will bring us to the end of the discussion. A great discussion this morning. You see, impromptu works sometimes. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Those of you that joined us on the GBN Television Facebook page, the Grenada Broadcasting Network's YouTube channel, GBN channel 7, 11 and 20, and the loyal listeners of Classic. Thank you guys so much. It's time to join the BBC for the 8 a.m. newscast. Those of you leaving us, have a fantastic Tuesday, a productive Tuesday. If you need to talk to somebody, whether it is to you. Talking to yourself helps sometimes too. Talking to yourself helps. I repeat, talking to yourself helps sometimes. When you hear some things out loud, it helps. No, you're not crazy. It's therapeutic. I speak to myself sometimes too. But yes, talk to somebody. If whether it's yourself, a loved one, your pastor, somebody you trust, your boss, your co-worker, talk to somebody and deal with what you're dealing with. Thank you guys again for joining us. Have a blessed day. Let's get ready to join the BBC. Have a good one.
And Washington, D.C.